Manx Murders, adapted from his book by Keith Wilkinson. Read by Mark Clift. The Murder of John Kermode.
On Wednesday, the 17th of January 1866, an article appeared in the Mona's Herald newspaper entitled "Driver of Mail Cart Missing." A brief description of the incident, which occurred the previous evening, was given. John Kermode had been driving the mail to Castletown, but the horse-drawn cart was found about a mile outside it, and the driver was missing. A search had been initiated, but there was no sign of him. Hidden away in the small print of the newspaper, the article was the first indication of a case which was to become one of the great Manx mysteries of all time. On Tuesday, the 16th of January 1866, the steamer from Liverpool bringing the English mail was late arriving in Douglas. It was decided an extra mail run would be made to deliver the post to Santon, Ballasalla and Castletown that evening. John Kermode was about 60 years old and a horse-drawn cart driver. Although he did not normally deliver mail, he was asked if he would do it that evening, and he agreed. He collected 3 bags from the post office in Athol Street and set off for Santon, where he dropped off the first one. He then dropped the second at Ballasalla post office before heading towards Castletown. The cart was found by a man called Thomas Corrin midway between Ballasalla and Castletown. He waited for 15 minutes, then took the horse and cart into Castletown. He saw that the footboard was broken. A search for Kermode ended the following day when his body was found lying face down in a river about a quarter of a mile to the west of the spot where the cart was found. An inquest was opened, and a Castletown doctor, Dr. Jones, felt that death was due to drowning. He said there were no marks of violence on the body, and it was released for burial. But when Kermode's nephew went to collect the body, he found a laceration on the back of the head, and it was clear to him that Kermode had not been examined. The coroner was informed. A second inquest was arranged, and Dr. Percy Ring described the head wound and explained that when he removed the skull, he found blood around the brain on the right side, and this would be sufficient to cause death. He could not say how the wound had been caused. Hugh Flynn explained that he had been the previous driver of the mail cart, but had been dismissed because he was carrying passengers. He said there was no bad feeling involved and could throw no light on the affair. Stephen Farger said he was walking from Castletown on that Tuesday evening on his way home to Ballasalla at 10:30 p.m. He saw a man sitting on a grass hedge facing away from the road. He got the impression the man was talking to someone in the field, but when he asked him what he was doing, he was told, "It's no business of yours." Dr. Jones was accused by the coroner of not having examined the body of John Kermode and was criticised for giving a full statement at the first inquest. Indeed, the discrepancies in Dr. Jones' evidence were the cause of some amusement in the court, and when he had finished and asked to leave, the coroner said, "Yes, you can go, and I don't want to see you again." The case had also been subject to angry comment because of the many delays in beginning and conducting a proper investigation. The Mona's Herald claimed that every step taken previously to the second inquest has been characterised with culpable indifference. At the end of the inquest, the coroner told the jury that Kermode's death could only be accounted for in one of 3 ways. He said, he must have met with an accident, he must have committed suicide, or he must have been murdered. He said it was most unlikely that if it had been an accident, he would have crossed 2 fields and climbed 2 high fences before ending up in the river. Suicide, too, was most improbable, he said. He went on to describe the broken footboard, adding that this may have been caused by someone suddenly jumping onto it. The footboard was not broken when the cart stopped at Ballasalla. He ended by telling the jury, "The whole case is at present enveloped in mystery." The jury returned after 30 minutes to deliver their unanimous verdict of wilful murder against some person or persons unknown. Nobody was ever charged, and the mystery remains to this day.